Hi, in this video I'll demonstrate a little bit about what we call country tuning and just a brief discussion on country tuning and the discussion on such and the examples of such are limitless, but this will be a very brief demonstration of it, and I'll also demonstrate, perhaps of interest to some of you, how I go about retuning or country tuning a diatonic harmonica. It is quite simple. But first, a quick lesson. I have here, for demonstration purposes, I have here two diatonic session stills. They have the 1847 covers. One is a D, standard D. The other is a low D. So we have the two draw note, which is the A note. And just a little, once again, a little difference here. We have the standard D. All right, so if we are to play the major scale in second position, or attempt to play the major scale in second position on the standard D, if you'll listen. You'll notice that we missed that note there, that the seventh note of the scale, which would be should be what we call a major seventh, is actually the five draw is actually a dominant seventh. That actual note is a G when it should be a G sharp. Okay, and I'll play it on the low D. So once again, same thing that happened there, just an octave lower. So what we need to do in order to get that note, to make that a major seventh instead of a dominant seventh, so that it can be played, the full scale can be played in second position, is we need to raise the fifth note, the fifth reed, the five draw reed, up 1/2 step. So I want to show you one more quick little example, or a couple of little examples, just how this would be used in music. So that was the first part of America the Beautiful. And if you saw there, I got to that one note and it was wrong. It didn't sound right. It was a 1/2 step low. I'll do it again on the low D. Once again, that missing note is in there. So if we could play the old hymn, It Is Well With My Soul. Oh, hear that missing note in there? It's wrong, right? Once again, wrong note there, right? So what we need to do is we do a little harmonica work, a little tech work, and I'm going to film that. What I'll need to do is I'll need to take these harmonicas apart real quick and just remove the covers, and I'm going to speed up the video. So now I have pulled the covers off, and as we talked about, I need to raise the pitch of the five draw note 1/2 steps. We're going to count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will be that reed right there. I'm going to mark that, and then I'm going to come over here. Five. I'll mark that one so that I know which ones I'm getting. Now, have some interesting tools, or some may find these tools interesting if you're into that sort of thing. First thing I'm going to do on this, this is the higher, the standard D, and this has no weight on the end of the reed. It's just a straight reed blank there. So I think it'll be a little easier to get it tuned up. It takes a little bit of work. Now, these are stainless steel reeds. They're thick, they're strong. There's a lot of space in there that we can pull some metal off of there and retune it without really damaging the strength and integrity of the reed too much. So I've got a foot operated rotary switch. Let's see if I can get this thing. Now, I'll say this, these are stainless steel, and they're very hard even when they don't have weights on the end, and so it does take a little bit of work to get these things raised. Let's see where I'm at now. Okay, as you see, I'm still in the G range. Actually, I don't know if you were able to see that on the tuner, but I'm just a sharp G right now, so I still have at least a half step to go, probably a little bit further. Okay, I'm still about a quarter step away on this one, so we got to do a little bit more work. Pop up that reed once again. You really want to work as much as you can at the very end of the reed, because you'll make up more ground faster the further at the end you're working. Well, as you can see, that note sounds very, very close. In fact, to the ear, it almost sounds like it's there, but I do know that we're still a little bit shy of where we need to be. Okay, so that note is... I want to get it just a little bit more, not much. Very good. That thing pegs out perfectly, so we are there. All right, so now I'm going to work on my low D. And I'll tell you right now that this one is going to be a little bit more of a challenge. These have a very tiny, kind of a thicker piece at the end. And I don't know if my standard rotary bit is going to be able to get us to where we need to. So I may have to use something a little bit more abrasive. In fact, I'm almost certain of it. We'll see though. Yeah, so I didn't really make any progress there. So I'm going to use another rotary tool with a sanding, kind of a rough, coarse sanding wheel. I'm not really going to high RPM here. If you go high RPM, you're going to burn up that sandpaper really quick. It's cheap, but you'll have to continually change it. So I'm just going to use this sanding wheel to get to the end. This stainless steel reeds are really, really hard. All right, we're in the range of a G sharp. We're not there yet, but we're certainly in the range. It's a flat G sharp, so it looks like I've made some progress. almost there. Really, really, really close. Let's see if I can use this, my other tool. Right on the numbers there. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put these back together. And I'm going to stop talking and speed up the video while I do that, and then give you a little demonstration. All right, now I've got these harmonicas retuned, so let's have a listen. First, I'll start with the standard D. Major 7th, second position. 5 is tuned up 1/2 step. Let's try on the low D. All right, so if we heard that note was sticking a little bit there, and this happens all the time when you're doing tech work, so I'm just going to take this thing apart real quick. I know exactly what happened when it's a happy little accident, so I get to demonstrate how to fix a problem. Probably what happened when I was sanding that reed down a little bit, I just lengthened it. Maybe a little burr was on the end, and so I just need to go in there real quick. All I'm going to do right there is just kind of flick it a little bit. That's all that happened. I'm sure I had a little piece sticking off the end, and it wouldn't. So once again, I'll demonstrate. I'm going to use a shim this time. For those who may be interested, this low D is half valved. I did it not so much so the player can play chromatically, but more so just that on the lower tuned harps, sometimes some half valving will just make them play a little bit smoother, help those bends smooth out a little bit. So I'll put it back together and we'll have another listen to it. Now if we go back to our songs that we're having trouble with there. America the Beautiful, and we were able to hit that missing note. And then now if we go to our hymn, so as you'll see right there, we get those missing notes, which can be really, really crucial in a lot of popular songs. And it's called the major 7th. It's the 7th note of the scale, which is in the major scale. It's supposed to be 1/2 step below the root note. Some of that may be a little bit complex, but in this case, it's the 5 draw tuned up 1/2 step. We call that country tuning. Some will also call it major 7th. Tuning. Anyhow, so a quick little demonstration. The discussion on this could go on indefinitely, but if you haven't tried country tuning, I encourage you to do so and contact me for country tuning of your Seydel Diatonics. I'm Greg Jones, 1623 Custom Harmonicas.